Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience and those tuning online worldwide. Thanks to our friends at iHeartRadio. We're glad you all could be with us as well. I'm excited to welcome author Julie C. Dow to our program today. Julie's celebrating a brand new book, the first in a new series. It's called The Mirror Broken Wish. We'll talk to Julie not only about the book, but also about what it was like for her to bring these characters to life. Some really interesting themes in this book that I picked up on I'm going to discuss with her, and of course let you guys know how to be able to stay connected with her as well. Julie, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Cyrus, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to talk to you today.
Hey, the pleasure's definitely all mine. As I said, this is the first book in a new series, The Mirror Broken Wish. First of all, what has it been like for you to already see the early response to the book, Julie?
Oh, it's been amazing. It's such a weird time to release a book. As you know, everyone's in isolation. I'm not able to go on book tour this week, but It's been wonderful seeing the excitement on social media and people telling me what they think about the story. So I'm really grateful.
I want to talk about Elva for a minute because the main character, she is so fascinating. I think even though this book is for a young audience, I think us adults can learn a lot from her. What was it like for you to kind of see the way she was able to embrace her own personal gifts? I think it's a great message for young people, and to be able to share that with others when needed.
Oh, the thing I love about writing for teens and reading for teens, indeed, as an adult who enjoys young adult books, I think it's such a great age category because it's about people who are coming into their own. They're on the cusp of becoming who they are meant to be. And in Elva, I see someone who is learning to embrace and appreciate all parts of herself and learn that there's no shame in hiding who you are.
Yeah, and there is, of course, other characters, unfortunately, that don't embrace the importance of being an individual, and readers definitely see that. I won't give too much of that part of it away, but I do want to talk about the contrast there, though, Julie, because I think it is so fascinating as Elva's kind of going throughout trying to make the most of what she's been given. I'll put it that way as far as her gifts. She realizes, again, that people, unfortunately, are sometimes afraid of what they don't know and don't understand, and we see in some cases will even exaggerate or make things up. What was that like for you to kind of bring into the story how people do when it comes to things that are new, kind of do take their own path to it?
Sure. Well, one of my favorite things about fiction is it takes less palatable aspects of human nature and of our world, some of the more turbulent subjects, and presents them in a way that's entertaining and that's comforting so we can face those topics head on. So like you aptly put, I wrote about this character who learns that not all parts of herself will be accepted by society and what it feels like to be on the fringes of people who say that you shouldn't be the way that you are. This book is set in 1800s Germany in Hanau, where it is a rural town on the outskirts where there would have been a great deal of suspicion toward anyone who was different, anyone who was an outsider, which Elva very much is, and she's learning that not all parts of herself will be accepted by people.
And I think that is one of the big things in this book. I also like the fact, too, as we're kind of able to enter this world you've created, Julie, we're able to see, too, how, something can be entertaining, but also, I think, share those great lessons. It's one of the things I mentioned in my review. Have you always known, talking about gifts, have you always known that storytelling was your gift?
I have always known, Cyrus. I've always wanted to be a writer. I always gravitated towards books as a child, and my parents never had to sit me down and make me read. Being in libraries, being in bookstores just felt so natural, and from reading these fairy tales, it was a natural progression into writing my own, and it's a lifelong pursuit, a lifelong passion that I am so blessed to be able to continue on as an adult.
Yeah. So how does it feel to be a part of this new series, Julie? I mean, this is really, I love the way that this book is structured, and I'm purposely being vague because I don't want to spoil any of it. But how does it feel to be a part of this new series to kind of entertain readers?
I think it feels so incredibly surreal because I was a Disney kid growing up, and now getting to write an original fairy tale for Disney, it feels like coming back to my roots. And I think this is going to be a really fun series for readers who are familiar with the fairy tale tropes but have never seen them done quite in this way before, because there's going to be 4 different authors writing 4 different books So there's 4 voices that are completely distinguished, and the line of connectivity is that they all deal with the same curse that is carried down through this family through generations.
Yeah. And I think, again, one of the great things about the Mirror of Broken Wish is that it does show that even, unfortunately, good deeds don't go unpunished, and how even by doing something good, that is something that can be misunderstood. One of the things that Elva realizes along the way through lessons that she's able to see as well. I want to ask you this question too, Julie, then we'll remind our audience how they can stay connected with you. You mentioned something that is the big caveat to this year. You're not out there being able to meet readers like you normally would, but how have you been able to take advantage of these virtual opportunities?
I have. Well, I was supposed to go on a book tour across the nation, and instead of going physically out, we are keeping those as virtual events. So every night this week, I've been visiting a different independent bookstore. Last night, I was in New York City, and then tonight, I'll be in Georgia, I believe. So I'm not there in person, but it's really fun to be able to reach those audiences this way, and I'm just so grateful for social media because this is how authors get out during a time like this.
So true, and we're definitely glad to have you with us. Again, everyone, Julie C. Dow has been our guest. Julie is the author of the first book in this new series, The Mirror of Broken Wish. It's available now through our friends at Amazon.com or through your favorite local bookstore. You guys can get it there. And, Julie, how can our audience stay connected with you?
Well, I have a website online at juliedow.com, and I'm also on social media, both Twitter and Instagram, as Julie C. Dow.
All right. Well, Julie, congratulations to you again. Really appreciate this time and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Thank you so much, Cyrus, for having me. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, the pleasure is definitely all mine. And we thank you, our audience, for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live today. Let's make today amazing. Take care.